KINGUIN's draft in a favor. They have a lot of stuns. They have the DP ultimates push. I'm going to focus on C6 instantly popping his link onto Exotic Deer. Lesas also isolating Jerax with that ice shards. But where's that first blood going to be going? Exotic Deer dropping low, but where's the last hit? Is it going to be a first blood? 30-second mark. Well, he will give himself away to the tower. And punish Leshrac here as they do have the vision on S4. They've got the lift out. They have the toss as well on top of the avalanche and looking for Leshrac, but do they have the damage? The lift, the throw on the tree is not quite enough, and now the turnaround from OG looking for Patos here. Fly is there as well. They've got the first stun. They've got the cast to follow up as well. The Maledict is not there quite on time, but there's a snowball rolling for Yelisash. How is this going to go as Patos is still dropping low because of the Maledict? Tries to get in, but he falls down, and there's S4 sitting with only just a glimpse of his health, and now Jerax, they have their supports placed in the trees, and S4 seems to be the target once again. He wants to go in onto Patos. He does have backup behind him. Jerax is there with the tether, but the lift straight under the tier 1 tower, and S4 just taking a beating here. The shards blocking him out as well, but Jerax keeping S4 alive, and might he actually survive from this? The last tower hit, no, it's not going to be enough, and Jerax going ham, grabbing Patos under the tower, and Elisas and Kasor now they want to get some revenge, and Jerax just toying with them at this point. Kasor doesn't have the lift for another 5 seconds. The shards will block in the snowball. Kasor hiding in the trees, trying to get away from S4. He does have a lot of mana to work with, especially with Jerax giving him the extra support here. But now there's a TP in by Nisha. The Death Prophet is here. He pops his exorcism. Does have another raindrop chart, and that's the last one actually that he had. But S4 ends up going down. The Fairy Fire. Jerax falls down as well. Or relying on his combo here as Elisas and Nisha moving towards this top lane under the cover of the smoke, and they do get the silence onto the Leshrac, trying to slow him down with the Spirit Siphon. The shards not quite on point by Elisas, and Fly gets the casts out onto Death Prophet. He does have the Maledict on as well, and that will be a level 2, so it does do some damage, but the toss onto S4, the snowball, and KINGUIN just making it work so well. The tree will slap onto Fly, and Nisha with the Spirit Siphon. Good fear by No-Tail, the root onto Patos as well. There's the IO relocate coming in as well. He has brought S4 with him as well. So Jerax there bringing the firepower, chasing Patos into the tree line and forcing him to stay there. S4 having to TP actually cancels his TP, or did it get cancelled? Instead, there's the lift from Kasor and C6 keeping this Razor in place, and Nisha finds a kill onto this safe lane carry, and they're slowly grabbing themselves back into this game. And Jerax, he's very low, but he doesn't see the activity coming in, and Kasor just blows him up. Jerax not given any second opportunities. Meanwhile, bottom lane Tusk is getting caught by the root, and he will be given away. Now there's a fight going on in this bottom tier 1 tower. They do have the lift onto S4, and S4 tries to get that slow, that stun out onto Kasor, but there's the damage from KINGUIN, and a double kill for Exotic Deer. Now also chasing onto No-Tail. There's 4 versus 1 right now, and he does have a lot of 1 charges, popping his ulti to get more tankiness out, but a triple kill for Exotic Deer. There's no way this Lone Druid can survive our situation. Nevertheless, the Blink Dagger's coming in, catching S4. The stuns are more than enough. They will take down the Leshrac, and they will look for this Witch Doctor as well, and Fly gives his life away for the better cause, but Kasor gets a double kill. Radiance even on this Spirit Bear has been delayed by quite a lot. Patos with an aggressive blinking, gets the toss onto C6, but OG, can they get the damage out in time? They do have the Razor safe with the Yules, and they're trying to control them. Nisha, his ulti has just about to run out. It actually has run out by now, and Exotic Deer is on the run right now, and Elisas tries to get the shard blocks, but he will be chased into the trees, and C6 maybe walking around or roly-poly around the trees, but he still finds the Tusk. High ground popping all these smokes. Yeah, has to pop his drum charges, but he's got that Aegis. Wants to go for a fight. Maybe take the brunt of the damage, but they do find Nisha in the front. They've got the Fear out as well, and Patos trying to do as much work as he can. Nisha isolated. They catch the Tusk as well, and OG catching 2. And they will also find Exotic Deer stuck on the Yules, and now they're chasing this Enchantress down. Just like in the movies, Bambi was hunted down. But OG, they don't seem like they have any ways of stopping this. They still want to keep on going, knowing the DP is still down. And now the Enchantress is about to respawn. Another 5 seconds. No DP ultimate available, however. They do catch Tiny. Tiny gets the Yules into the air before he gets anything out. He gets caught by the stun as well. Of these 4 staffs by KINGUIN, just moving themselves around. And Elisas also gets... he tries to get away, but he cannot. He has to buy back here. And OG, they have the opportunity to possibly end this game here. The Tusk buyback coming in, and OG backing away from this high ground. But the buildings are slowly falling down in KINGUIN's base. The casks connecting onto the Rubik. CA6 popping his ulti on Razor. They will take down the Rubik. Gone for 50 seconds. Does have a buyback. They got a Yule onto this Tiny. KINGUIN, they have to respond quickly, but they don't have any spells. They don't have any mana left, so they could take this fight. An OG sieging onto the high ground, trying to take down this melee racks here. KINGUIN holding, but how long can they hold this for? They're behind 15,000. Patos being the target for this Razor. And Jerax is just holding on to this C6, but Patos doesn't get the toss out. OG looking for another try. Patos missing his stun. He's being chased down. The BKB popped by the Razor. Impeded Spears are flying into the base. They do want to control Nisha. They have to kill this DP. They will. He's been gone for 60 seconds. They get a dieback onto the Tiny as well. And OG just walking into this base. C6. What an insane player this guy is. He's gonna get hit by the snowball, but he doesn't even care. It's a triple kill. An Exotic Deer as well. And KINGUIN, they are scrabbling in their base and will get caught down by Fly's Witch Doctor ulti as well. And Nisha, that full 5-man wipe. And OG take this first game by storm. What a convincing fight for OG there. Willow pick here from Team KINGUIN as going down to the second match. Another roll in here by Jerax, finding the Willow. Doesn't have any spells available for another 20 seconds, and this will definitely be first blood here as S4 cutting the way, but also grabbing that first blood for OG. Mina is low. Nisha needs to get a couple more spells out. Just needs one more lightning bolt and actually gets the arc lightning to finish him off. Very costly to go on a kill that you necessarily cannot get. And Zeus, no boots available. Jerax is ready. Taking this setup here. He actually walks away from this, and meanwhile S4 is being chased down. There's the slow and the Shadow Realm making work. I know S4 getting punished, but meanwhile mid lane they do find the Zeus, and Jerax, there's the Dragon Slave from CE6 and gets the kill. A gank, and now KINGUIN have 3 heroes in this mid lane. Meanwhile Dazzle is TPing to the top lane as Patos once again in trouble. Does get the heal. There's the Infest coming in the toss as well, trying to buy some time. The one charges, but is it going to be enough? He's still being chased down and will be brought into the graveyard where he was the last time. But now in the mid lane there's another fight about to break loose. Fly getting stunned, but there's the Zeus ulti by Nisha. But all this time, Lifestealer's been sitting inside S4, looking for that opportunity, walking straight into Exotic Deer, getting the call out, and they're just dishing so much damage out that Exotic Deer doesn't have any second chances here. And Fly also picks it up with the ulti from himself, and now bottom lane, there's another fight taking place as Thalina. He does end up going down, and Fly, he's on the run, but a good stun from Jerax, catching Patos, and now trying to go for the TP out, and there's the Grave as well, so Patos makes his way out, but however, Elisas also gets out as S4. S4 looking for an opportunity to blink in for the call. There's Jerax with the roll-in, slowing down Patos. Stuck on the high ground, and Elisas trying to get close to range, but he can't get there. Jerax making sure that they cannot intervene, and actually there's CE6 as well with the ulti onto this Dazzle, taking down 2. It's S4 still thinking maybe we should go, maybe we shouldn't. Jerax gets the roll, connects it once again. There's a reason why Jerax is considered one of the best Earth Spirits in the world. And there's the Lina ulti connecting onto Tiny and just locked down in place. OG, 1 kill yet again, 7-13. Got the trench going ahead. Jerax sitting on the low ground. They already break all of the smokes. They find Jerax's location. They need to find 1 or 2 kills, but he gets the rollout. He ends up stunning himself instead of Fly as well, but they've already lost Kesor, and Nisha almost gets dunked by the axe as well, so they've lost 1, and they couldn't even get the Earth Spirit here. And No Tail, hungry for more. He does have his Talisman available as well for the extra mischance, but Patos finding the Lina. Where's the damage? 600 health remaining. Patos getting ulted by Lina, and another kill for OG. And it just keeps on going in OG's favor, heading straight back to Roshan to finish what they started. Straight onto KINGUIN, who's semi-physical damage heavy as well. An Exotic Deer, he locates Fly, just waits out the Sprouts and goes straight in, and there's the ulti from Fly as well. Not really doing much, or is it? Nisha getting caught here by Jerax once again, and No Tail picks a kill. Willow getting called here, the ulti from CE6, but there's a 2-man stun. There's no follow-up to it, however, as OG taking another set of kills here. Aggressive smoke setup here as No Tail kind of reveals his smoke there as well, but Jerax on the high ground with S4 gets the jump onto this PL and Exotic Deer, even if he's got the Grave on, there's still S4. He does get feared. Exotic Deer sitting on only a couple health. He gets taken down. There's the buyback coming from Dazzle as well, and CE6 is on the run, but no sale focusing onto this melee. Rex the Glyph has been taken out as well, and Exotic Deer with another buyback, and OG just backing away. It looks like there's a fight taking off in the top lane. Patos punished. Nisha found in the trees. A mega kill for CE6 as they lost the Tiny, they lost their Zeus, they find the Willow as well, and Jerax also picks up 5 seconds for Zeus to be up, same for the Willow. Jerax with another aggressive move, kicking this Dazzle backwards and just doesn't give him any time to react onto this. And an instant buyback from the Willow. There's Patos blinking in, but where's your damage? You don't absolutely have anything here. A no-tail, no mercy. No prisoners taken, and there's the tier 3 tower. Jerax with another kick doesn't connect onto Exotic Deer, but the top racks, they are taken down along with that tier 2 they took before. Mid racks are then the next target for OG, going deep looking for Nisha, has the TP, does he get it? And there's Jerax, the good old Balotelli from football, just grabs and scores another one. Go for another push. He's infested a catapult. There's the smoke from KINGUIN. Almost popping everyone because this catapult just walking in the middle of everyone. Doesn't even care. There's the Enrage. Patos. There's the Grave. But where's the follow-up? The Terrorize doesn't really connect onto anyone, but there's the Tiny. He does get battle hungered as well, but S4 trying to get onto the low ground. Has to use the cheese to heal himself off. KINGUIN still holding this high ground, but any mistake might cost them a lot, and Kassor just gets picked off by CE6. And Jerax with the jump in. Exotic Deer caught into the Yules. Where's the stuns? Where's the follow-up onto this? SS4 with the call, grabbing this PL. Patos in the middle of everyone. They get caught by the Lina stun. And there's also the doppelganger from Exotic Deer trying to buy some time for himself. Can they take down this Lina with the BKB? No, they cannot. And Jerax with another double kill and a good 2-man stun from C6. And they take the Megas. And KINGUIN are in shambles. They're behind 43,000 and they've had enough. A second game will go for OG as GG is called. KINGUIN didn't really get the opportunity to fight back against OG's lineup. They just need to outbeat OG's timing and try and hold out the push versus an aggro tri-lane. There's the lift from Kassor. Good. Jerax's fissure to just take away this Rubik from play, and with that one single spell allowed OG to grab that first blood move as well, since OG can just spawn. There's another nice fissure coming in, and Elisas, no way he's gonna survive from this. Make OG make mistakes, but there's the fissure, doesn't quite land on the target, but still Nisha being found on the other side, and S4 just took all the damage from the tower. And TP is away, and C6, he removes the cold feet from himself and just keeps on running on top of this Ancient Apparition, finds a kill with that crit, and Kassor, there's the fissure, will get on point. You can see on the net worth that these dire heroes are taking the lead here, and Nisha has to go for the TP, but there's the web thrown up, and the epicenter coming in from Patos. Is it going to be enough here? Nisha still surviving here. No tail getting hit by the rocket. Where's the follow-up damage though? It will be enough, and Patos he's actually getting blocked by the Trents. The Trent plays are real, and Nisha's getting chased by CE6, and he finds the gyrocopter running around the tree. And there's also Elisas trying to make work happen. Kassor walked the wrong direction, didn't get the lift out onto the Lycan, so they pass out a kill, but Jerax is waiting on the high ground, just looking for that fissure play. And, well, that's what happens when you're playing against the Lycan. OG still having the CS lead. And Jerax will be found. Smokes aren't popping quite yet, but KINGUIN getting a perfect setup here. Can they take this fight? They will try. They will burst down Fly. And Jerax standing at the backlines with the fissure, but there's a 2-man Baroshark with the AA blast as well. And Exotic Deer, with the help of his teammates, a double kill, taking down 3 from OG. Anything to happen? They do find S4 in this mid lane. They're using a lot of ultis here. You can hear somebody's coming from the background, and that is the Lycan coming in. They've got the Luna ulti thrown out as well. Exotic Deer is taking a lot of damage here. CE6 still gets away and gets the kill. And Patos is on the other side of the fight, but he does have a Burrow Strike Epicenter combo available on OG. What is the response here? Is CAC6 getting caught? There's the Fisher from Jerax. The Rocket is going to fly into the background. They do have the Epicenter connecting onto Fly. Fly taking most of the damage here, still holding his ground, using the pipe, but there's the Echo Sound from Jerax, and catching two, and they've got the Yules also caught onto the Sand King. Can they still finish him off? Yes, they will. And Exotic Deer and Nisha are forced to watch as CE6, when he says that wolves need no armor, he is the alpha wolf himself taking control, and they will take this bottom lane, the tier 3, the melee, swiping, or sweeping even, 3-0 over KINGUIN. They are still holding in. Nisha using the Force Theft. They've got the Luna in the front, Sand King getting the Burrow Strike onto No-Tail. Good, nice reaction here, and this is what KINGUIN wanted, and they've been waiting for such a long time. Getting the initiation out first, and Nisha forced to TP out because of this rat that is taking place, and now OG want to get the response as they see these TPs going out. Kasor, Exotic Deer, they're isolated here in this mid lane, but they're still looking for this Lycan. Get the lift out. There's no ulti available for Luna, but he does have a BKB, however, and Kasor dropping low. They do have the Rocket following onto CE6. They allow this Observer Ward to scout them out. No-Tail finding Exotic Deer is a big pick-off here. He does have the cheese to buy some time. The rest of KINGUIN, they're too far away to help him out. He don't want to use the cheese. He pops his BKB at least. There's the AA Blast connecting onto No-Tail, who just gets stunned, but the BKBs are being poked out at the back lines. And now S4, Exotic Deer, Nisha taking a fight between each others. And now CE6 also getting the TP out, but Elisas will be falling down. KINGUIN looking for S4 here. Once again, getting caught by the stun. And there's the Yules. Should be able to get the plus no deny, but the Rocket almost perfectly timed. But they already know that OG is waiting somewhere here on this high ground, but there's the stun going on to Nisha. Does he have the opportunity to get his BKB out? No! And that's a big one as well. No buyback on this gyro for 85 seconds. It was looking so good for KINGUIN. Max is gone, and these two buildings are all that remain. Exotic Deer using his BKB. The AA Blast not quite on point. It does connect onto No-Tail, but the Exotic Deer needs a couple more hits out. He will take down No-Tail. And S4 moving back in. They've caught Jerax as well by the Yules. He actually misses the Burrow Strike. The BKB coming out as well from Jerax. Trying to make work here. Patos, 5 more seconds for the Burrow Strike to be available, but Jerax is taking too much hits from this Luna. And Exotic Deer keeping these OG heroes at bay. Kasor, he found his cojones, but it's taken down at the same time. And now it's Fly versus Patos, and S4 versus the rest of KINGUIN. Patos getting driven out, and S4 no way out. It's taking quite some time to get the response out. There's the Shiva's Guard getting the reveal into the Roche pit, but S4 popping his BKB first, and Nisha, they do take all of the items from the ground, and the Aegis will go into the hands of Nisha. They do lose Elisas, however, and another kill being taken down as this Rubik gets chased down on CA6, looking for more. S4 getting caught by this Luna ulti, and Exotic Deer just has to get himself out. Nisha, oh my goodness, no, not now. When you were looking so good at getting out, they still stay for too far. Now the Aegis will pop, and there's no epicenter available, and they're taking this gyro down one bit by the other, but they're still making their way out. And OG, they're looking for Kasor. They will take a dieback from this Rubik, and they need to catch more. 13 seconds for the AIL to be available. Another stun landing onto Exotic Deer, and now Patos going in for this Lycan, and Nisha popping his Satanic, healing himself back to health, and they might take this Lycan down. They will, and KINGUIN looking for another one as they take down these two big cores from OG, and Fly, the next one to go down into the hands of Nisha. No backdoor protection. Nisha used all of his Black Cannon charges just to get these hits onto the melee racks. Crimson Guard, there's a lift from Kasor. BKB still available for S4 if needed. Patos missing the Burrow Strike, needs to get out. Might lose the gem here if he doesn't get away. Looking for the blink, he doesn't get it. Jerax with another Echo Slam, but Exotic Deer already got his BKB up, and he's turning around with the ulti from the Luna, and now hitting onto this melee Rax, which is gone, and KINGUIN still keeping up the fight. The Satanic is available for the Gyrocopter, of the stun landing onto Exotic Deer. S4 in the fight as well, but Gyrocopter is just making sure that they don't get this Luna kill. And what's gonna happen next is Patos charging his epicenter. It does get out, and there's the Burrow Strike as well, hitting onto Leshrac. They can't get S4 down, and Patos is gone. So is Nisha. And buyback coming in from Exotic Deer. Still goes down to one spell being caught out, but there's a smoke from OG clustering around this area, looking for Nisha. Not sure if they heard his ulti, but they will definitely realize now. Jerax holding him down in place as the Echo Slam expended as well, and they will take down the Gyrocopter, gone for 110 seconds. That is a dieback. CE6 looking for more Patos, getting the TP out, or actually getting the run out here. Is he being chased around, but Exotic, they're getting caught here in the middle of 4 OG heroes, but where's your damage when you're surrounded by enemies? And there's Patos using his epicenter, but CE6 is invulnerable with this BKB, and Megas will be taken down, and this could just mean OG taking this series 3-0. It will. KINGUIN are knocked out, and OG, welcome to the ESL 1 Birmingham. 3-0 sweep against KINGUIN.